I go back home. I'm already involved in 5 speaking engagements. I'm speaking in Atlanta at what's called the Black Farmers Urban Growers Conference, BUGS.
Oh, I buds. Yes, I'm
Okay.
excited to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
around them.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I'm speaking there. I'm going to New Orleans the weekend before that for the American Community Gardening Association conference. I'm speaking at, so I represent also what's called the Ujama Seeds Cooperative, formed about a year ago, BIPOC-led seed farmers cooperative. And we have a,
I may or may not have read your resume.
yeah, it's okay, it's okay. I've done a lot of stuff. I've been around a long time, okay? I've been around since the dinosaurs. I've done all kinds of stuff. I forget half of what I've been up to. But, so I'm going to be speaking about this all throughout the next 5 days about what does this new presidency mean for us globally and back home? And how do we embrace, his leadership, and how do we embrace this sense of like I did regeneration? Because in my view, again, regenerate means we have to come up with some reckoning, okay? Some reckoning, or what you might call them reparations, reconciliation. How do we address the stolen land experience within Turtle Island? How do we approach the federal government? So the federal government, they got all this land that's federal parks. Let's at least begin with this land being bestowed to folks. Okay? So regenerate means we have to do some repairing of broken promises, broken treaties, in all kinds of ways. We have to find ways to reconnect ourselves with each other and what's called the earth-centric, with the earth elements, all the people, the air people, the water people, the plant people, the animal people, rock people, and so forth. And we have to have this reimagination about where are we headed, reimagination of, call it the future, means a different reality with what we're facing with now. So anyway, so I just think it's a time. It's almost like a time of birth, where in many ways we've been developing the Slow Food Network, the movement for the last 40 years, and now we're in a position of taking a leap, a leap. And for me, in the USA, it means a leap in our willingness to embrace, commit to this question of inclusion, diversity, ethnically. Okay? And it doesn't just mean counting heads. Oh, we got, oftentimes we go to meetings and they have one folk who are indigenous, and people think, oh well, hey, you can speak for everybody.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. No, we're talking about, anyway, it also means in Montana, as you know, they passed a law about 10 years ago. It's called, in Montana it's called Indian Education for All, where K through 12 in the public schools, every student has to learn about indigenous culture in Montana. And the curriculum was designed by the elders of the nations in Montana.
Yeah.
Well, every state should have that. Well, how did Slow Food get behind that? Every chapter of Slow Food should be embedded within that kind of a local cultural information. Okay? So let's just don't count heads. Okay? Let's do some things that are practical, that can say, okay, we're talking about slow food, and like you just said, man, look here. That's what we've been doing for the last 30,000 years. If you take farming, 15,000 years, you say, well, indigenous folk in Turtle Island have been doing the work of slow food for at least 15,000 years. We might know something.
Yeah, think, and like what we were talking about, you know, all original peoples. This is
Yes.
all
Yes.
of our indigenous ways,
Yes.
all our
Yes.
traditional
Yes.
ways,
Yes. Yes.
regardless of the continent and the people. I mean, this was all of our original ways. Yeah, and so it's what is so dope is that, you know, like I'm very careful when I introduce myself as a birth worker, because then people think that I'm in it for the babies.
Right.
I'm not in it for the babies. Babies are cute.
Informiamo i
Babies.
passeggeri che non è consentito lasciare bagagli custoditi o
Airport.
trasportarli per conto di altre persone. Si ricorda che prima dei controlli di sicurezza i liquidi devono essere separati dai bagagli a mano.
What she said.
Please do not leave your luggage unattended. It is forbidden to carry objects on behalf of someone else. We remind you that before security screening, all liquid items must be removed from cabin luggage and must be screened separately.
Through Clayton, I had the huge honor of meeting Gudgy Cook. And so Gudgy Cook she's so many things, but she is a traditional midwife. And she blew my mind with talking about women are the first environment.
Yes.
And so blew my mind, changed my world, redirected my entire life frame in the way of saying we have to approach it from a sustainability model.
Yeah.
And again, I say this 1,000 times: you are not only valuable when you're pregnant. And I say this over and over again, because far too often women are only being highlighted when they're pregnant and carrying seeds.
Yeah.
And so how do we bring it all the way back, and how do we also say this is sustainability and food sustainability and heirloom seeds and organic crops and all of this